Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to Let's Chat. Of course, Jamal, thanks for stepping in. Chip had the morning off again.
Hey, I'm just trying to fill his shoes.
I think you're doing okay.
Get lonely up here without
That's
me.
it, exactly.
You know? Hey.
Really, I just needed him because we have a story coming up and I can't pronounce half of the names. But
well, I got you covered on that part too.
You had a story that you wanted us to talk about. Of course, you're a sports guy, so we're talking a little bit NBA draft lottery.
That's right. Last night was the draft lottery, and after months of anticipation and the race to the bottom of the standings by several teams, New Orleans Pelicans shocked everyone by winning the draft lottery on Tuesday night, giving them the #1 pick in the draft. That's despite them having just a 6% chance of winning the league's lottery for the right to the first pick. The Memphis Grizzlies will actually get to pick second, followed by the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers. And Drake superstar Zion Williamson is expected to be the first pick in this year's draft. That takes place on June 20th. And the odds are so much in his favor that if you go to Vegas right now, put down a $999,999 bet, you would only win $100 if and when he goes #1.
Wow, so he's pretty much solid in.
He is head and shoulders above everyone else when it comes to going #1.
That makes sense. You know, it amazes me how the NBA teams have to do that lottery to determine their pick.
It's always fun now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pelicans had a 6% chance to get #1. They come out 1. The Grizzlies were right there with them with a 6% chance, and they get the second pick. I like it.
Hey, good for them.
It's good for the Grizzlies. It's good for the Pelicans. It keeps things entertaining. Who wants to just lose all their games and then get the top pick, right? You know?
Absolutely. I'm all for it. Hey, I mean, I'm not a huge NBA person, but if I got to pull for somebody, I'm going to pull for the Grizz, you know.
They're right up the road.
Home state team, but yeah.
5 hours away, straight
I'm okay
shot.
with them.
You got to pull for the Hawks too, though.
Oh yeah, well yeah, Atlanta.
Because they're 2 hours away.
A little bit closer. Either way, I'm not a big. I've never been a big basketball person. Now,
Oh, well,
football or baseball all day, but I got to work on my basketball.
That's your break.
Yeah.
Basketball season's when you can relax and revamp for football.
That's it. It's, reset. All right. So I mentioned that I needed you for names because I cannot pronounce names.
I've got you covered. Game of Thrones is in its final season, and it is the hottest show on TV right now.
I still haven't watched it.
We will fix that soon. It's gotten so popular that a lot of people are actually naming their children after Game of Thrones characters. Now, according to the data from the Social Security Administration, Arya is the 119th most popular girl's name in the U.S. last year. More than 2,500 were given the name. More than 500 babies were named Khaleesi after the mother of dragons. But considering what happened last episode, some parents are probably having a little bit of naming regret.
Well, hopefully we didn't spoil anything for anyone.
Well, we may have just done that. On the guy's side, there have been 500 babies named Jaime, being named after the Lannister with the golden hand. And other popular names include Yara and Daenerys. So, if you were going to name your child after a TV show, would it be Game of Thrones, or what show would it be?
It would not be Game of Thrones because I have not watched.
We can fix that. We can fix that. There's still time. We can get you to binge all 8 seasons in time for the series finale.
That's it. You think so?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We can try.
We can try. Challenge accepted. I don't know. Put me on the spot.
See, there you go. That's a thinker for you.
It is.
I don't know what mine would be, but the ones on the list, I wouldn't. If I'm gonna name my child after someone from Game of Thrones, has to be Jon Snow. That's the only person you can trust. Is Jon Snow.
I've heard that.
It's the only one.
I've heard it. I haven't watched Game of Thrones like I've said, but I have heard all about the coffee cup being in that scene last week, and the clips that we just showed. I heard all about how with it streaming, a lot of people didn't have a good enough connection that they couldn't really watch those scenes because they were so dark.
Yeah, that's tough.
Did you have that issue?
I did not.
Good.
Oh, my connection was perfect. I had the lights off. I could see everything. I know a lot of people said it was dark, but I was fine. I liked the episode.
Yeah. A lot of people, I guess they didn't have a strong enough connection, and it didn't come through as clear, and so it made it hard to watch.
When you start struggling with buffering and it starts degrading, it's tough to see what's going on.
Well, and if you're watching it, I guess what would be considered live as far as streaming goes, that many people is going to bog it down too.
That's true. And there's a lot of people watching Game of Thrones on Sunday nights.
I would wait till like Wednesday to watch it.
No, you got to avoid the spoilers. No spoilers.
Here I am. It's how many seasons in still haven't watched it. I think I'll catch up. All right, so tough questions. What would you name your kids after TV?
Right.
Our producer before the show asked us what famous TV vehicle would you want, because Aston Martin is releasing a James Bond vehicle.
That's really cool. The James Bond vehicle is going to be built last year. It's going to be 1964 Aston Martin DB5s, just like the one Sean Connery drove in the Bond film Goldfinger. And all the vehicles have gadgets that would make 007 pretty proud.
I said this car was a little extra.
It's a little bit because rotating license plates, replica machine guns, and extendable front and rear battering rams. As you would expect, a 007 car isn't going to come cheap. They're only making 25 of them, and they'll cost $3 million. But like you said, the question is, what famous car would you want if you could have one?
Y'all really stumped me on this one, but I finally figured out I have two answers.
Okay, what
My
you got?
first one was, the Batmobile.
The Batmobile's a good one. Everyone would see
like
Jess coming down the street
like
with
a
Batmobile.
Camaro, like a Camaro built the Batmobile. How cool would that be?
That would be sweet. The Batmobile is a good one. What Batmobile would it be? Ooh, there's so many.
I don't know the year, so not the most recent two, but like
Okay.
kind of the one before that. That was still kind of muscle car-y. Because I like old cars, so it kind of had that muscle car feel with. Does that make sense? I'd have to go find the year.
Yeah,
find a
we'll
picture
have to
of
find the year on that one. If I was going to pick one, I'd pick Kit from Knight Rider. 1982 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am.
Yeah.
I'd pick Kit. All the sweet intelligence, the computer in the car, it does everything for me, and it's a sweet car too.
Yeah.
So I'd pick Kit from Knight Rider.
My second runner-up was the Gran Torino from Starsky and Hutch.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good one. That's a sweet
I'm
car.
a classic car person. So.
A couple other options we talked about were, of course, the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
But my question was, does it come with the time machine in the
If it
back?
doesn't come with the time machine, I don't want it.
I need the time machine. We can get up to the gigawatts for it.
Yeah. I wonder what the viewers would want.
Yeah, that's
Tell
the
us.
question. Yeah, we want to know what you think.
So, of course, this clip goes on Facebook after the show. Hot Topics, the whole thing. Tell us what car you would want, or put a picture of it in the comments. I'll find the picture of the Batmobile that I want and post it there.
Okay,
so.
yeah, because we need to know what generation
The
Batmobile.
exact one. There's a bunch of them, yeah. All right, we want to know what TV or movie vehicle you would like, or what TV show would you name your kids after?
Yeah.
Lots of questions today.
There's so many
We're
questions
curious.
today. This one, these were good hot topics this morning.
They were. I agree. Jamal, thanks for joining us. Thanks
Yeah.
for pronouncing all the names.
That's what I'm here for.
No Game of Thrones fans would be mad at me this morning. All right.